Welcome to Sports, everybody. The Florida 3A State Baseball Final played earlier today in Port St. Lucie. It was a battle of the Stallions as American Heritage out of Delray Beach met Providence out of Jacksonville. Anthony Seymour once again getting the start in right field for American Heritage, and he batted the lead off. Fellow Bahamian Todd Isaacs was in left field and batted in the number 9 spot. This one was a defensive battle early on between two pitchers who are already headed to play Division I baseball next season. In the middle innings, Providence finally struck for a couple of runs, and that would be the difference. Providence wins its second state title in the past 5 years with a 2-0 victory. For Seymour, Isaacs, and Lucius Fox, they have nothing to hold their heads down about. They helped American Heritage to its first state tournament since 2007. Well, rain continuing to wreak havoc on the Junior Baseball League of Nassau as Best of 3 championships. However, that hasn't stopped executives and coaches from thinking ahead to the Bahamas Baseball Federation's Junior Nationals next month.
So from the college level right on down to coach pitch, and we're anticipating coming back with a few gold medals.
The same thing that we bring every year, you know, a competitive team, well-disciplined, well-behaved, and focused. We will do our best. We will represent JBLN, and at the end of the day, if we do have them all, it was because we played the best and we were the better team on the field.
From track and field, the B3A is celebrating a milestone this year, and according to Public Relations Officer Alpheus Hawk Finlayson, it's been quite a journey.
60 years don't just happen in a short time. It's a long time, several decades, and it's a different world today than in 1952. With the Queen coming on board, with the 52 Olympics, and all those sorts of things. It's a different day. Track and field is different. It was amateur, it's not amateur anymore.
Well, plans are already starting to take shape for the annual High Rock Grand Bahama Fishing Tournament in November. After attending the Frank Hanna Red Bay's Andrews Snapper Tournament, organizers say that this year's event will take High Rock to another level. Julian Gibson has the story.
You can call it copycatting or following fashion, but after attending the Red Bay's Andrews Snapper Fishing Tournament, Doris Knowles says that she now has some plans to improve her fishing tournament come November.
Domestic tourism is what we're trying to achieve right now with Mr. Tim Dames, Mr. Hanna, and also with the Sailing Club in Grand Bahama with Dave Valentine, the Cycling Club in Grand Bahama, and also the Grand Bahama Volleyball Association. We're trying to network so we can bring as much people as possible to that area at that same time and more or less solidify the thought of doing domestic tourism in the Bahamas and also in a small little settlement like East Grand Bahama.
Now, along with the fishing tournament, she believes even a Class C regatta will do well in High Rock.
That is something that we'll have to look into further. But right now, we need to more or less do with what we have right now and make that the best that we can before we venture out into something else.
After this weekend, I know you're even hungrier to get back to the drawing board to start planning.
Yes, I am. We're going to have a meeting to let the people know what we did here and what we intend to do for November. November is supposed to be much bigger because November we're supposed to have 2 days instead of 1. We have the juniors because we had the first ever junior regatta last year with 18 boats. So this year they said they need 2 days, 1 to fish to go in the tournament with a junior fishing tournament, and then 1 to sail, which is on that Sunday.
Sounds like High Rock Grand Bahama is on the move. Reporting for ZNS Total Sports, I am Julian Gibson.
All right, thanks a lot, Julian. Well, at the closing for the Red Bay's Fishing Tournament, 2 sponsors made financial commitments towards next year's event. The first was longtime tournament supporter, that is, Tim Dames.
Tonight, I'm pledging to Frank $3,000 on that tournament. That's prize money, and Frank, you need to match it. Now, put your money where your mouth is. That's tremendous money, Tim. But I think that I will match you, and I may probably add another $250 on. All right. Tim. You're a man, Frank. All right. So, Mr. Smith, you can start taking some deposit beginning the end of this month.
Now, as a gesture of goodwill for all the support he's shown over the years, Tim Dames will be honored by the Red Base Committee at next year's tournament, and Dames is most appreciative.
For this tournament, for me being not an Androsian, for this tournament to be made in my honor, it speaks for itself. And, you know, I would say it's a great honor. And from I came down here to Andros, I fell in love with this place. And the beauty of getting on the waters and fishing, I only hope this thing could grow, that Mr. Mackey and his crew and my name will always be written somewhere as starting something special for this community, and more importantly, to show the rest of the Bahamas that, hey, we got to use what we have and make it work, and when you do it with domestic tourism, it can only grow for better.
Well, Fred Papa Smith is underway with his 6th annual sports camp. Our Julian Gibson recently caught up with the former national team standout to see how it's been progressing.
We've been having on a regular basis a little over 20 kids. That'll probably pick up like when the summertime comes. We usually move from like 20 to 60 kids. You know, right now we just do it on Saturdays, but during the summer holidays we do it every day, from Monday to Saturday. So, but it's been going very well.
Getting any help or support from coaches and financial help?
Well, I've been getting some financial help. What I'm trying to do now is get some uniforms. I have the T-shirts and everything already printed, and now I'm trying to get like caps and pants to outfit about 40, 45 players, you know. But I've been getting some assistance from the corporate Bahamas, you know.
When you look at these young players, you had a chance to work on, are they grasping the fundamentals instead of just going out there swinging the bat and doing foolishness?
Some of them are serious, Julian, and then some just come to play and drink the Gatorade and stuff. But in all, it's been very good. It's been very encouraging.
What drives you to do this? Because plenty of your comrades, they just sitting back and ain't checking.
Julian, you know, somebody was there for me. As a youngster, it took the village to grow me up. So, you know, I'm just doing something, giving back. You know, it's a neighborhood where I grew up, and as I see the boys, you know, little boys walk around, I think I figure, well, let me do something constructive to keep them off the streets.
Family Islands are as good a place as any to find a diamond in the rough, and over the years, Andros has produced its fair share. For that trend to continue, though, some assistance is going to be required.
We have a lot of great athletes here on Andros, natural talent. I think one of the things that's been hiding us over the years is technical assistance. We need technical assistance not only in sports, but not only in track and field, but in all of the core sports. I think once we have the technical assistance to teach the kids the proper fundamentals, mechanic, technique, etc., Andros will produce world-class athletes in the not-too-distant future.
And finally in the segment, the Bahamas Government Departmental Softball Association looking to take slow pitch softball to another level in the country. For that to happen, though, President Derrick says there will need to be some infrastructural upgrades made to their facilities.
We have written to the ministry with a view of having those problems corrected, and we trust that in due course, along with the new minister and the new appointees, that those things will be corrected. We also want to thank the outgoing minister who would have attended, the Honorable Mr. Charles Maynard, who would have attended the opening ceremonies and would have issued a challenge to us to try and increase not only the fan base but the player base.
And that will do it for sports, but stay tuned, your weather forecast is still to come.